Hello and welcome to Chalk Talk. I'm Melody Swang. We begin our show with congratulations to St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, honored recently at the National School Board Association Conference in Chicago. The district's energy management program won the grand prize in the American School Board Journal's 16th annual Magna Awards program.
The Magna Awards are an opportunity for us to recognize school boards and school districts for outside-the-box programs that have furthered student achievement and have taken advantage of some strong thinking on the part of the administrators and the teachers in the community. It has to be supported by the school board. It has to be run by the school board. They have to have a hands-on role throughout the process.
Competing with over 330 other entries, the school district was selected as the top winner in the over 20,000 student enrollment category. The recognition came as a result of the school system's implementation and support of a successful energy management program in the district. A video produced by the Magna Awards and NSBA and shown at the event put St. Tammany Parish Public Schools in the national spotlight for saving energy costs and putting the money saved back in the classroom. Before a crowd of over 20,000, School Board Vice President Jack Luke went on stage to accept $4,000 in scholarship money.
What an award, to be able to be at the top with 300-something applications, and we get to put out on top. And obviously our application had to be right there. They were impressed by it.
Along with a feature in the April issue of the American School Board Journal that highlighted the school district's award-winning energy management program, the district was also recognized at the invitation-only School Leaders Luncheon the following day. The school board accepted a plaque for their innovative solution to a challenging problem that required collaboration and creativity between the school board and the administration for its success.
Everybody recognized the importance of this and knew that this was a program that could make a big difference. And to take this money and then put it into our schools where it directly impacts our students on a day-to-day basis just makes it a win-win for everything that we've done with this.
It's very important that we continue these efforts, not only in energy savings, but in other avenues to think outside the box like St. Tammany has done.
The board's leadership in developing this program has been a win-win situation for the schools and the community. These funds are crucial in providing a high-quality, technology-rich education for all students, which has made the St. Tammany Parish Public School System a national leader in educational excellence.
It's what I call a magical moment, that things really good happen when all that is in place. So my congratulations to St. Tammany. It's well deserved, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here to congratulate them on this great award.
Our parish is looking at other things too beyond this, and so in a few years I think we'll roll out some other wonderful achievements like this.
Resources regarding energy management are available for the entire community at the Energy Management Program's website at energy.stpsb.org. We'd now like to congratulate the winner of the 2010 Superintendent's Award for Outstanding Character and Citizenship. This award is given annually to encourage and recognize extraordinary acts of character, citizenship, and service by individuals, groups, or schools within the St. Tammany Parish Public Schools. This year, Fontainebleau High School's Bulldog Buddies Club took home the honors. Tiger Edwards has the story.
It all started on a simple premise.
The concept was to match up regular ed peers with students with special needs, to integrate our students who are in a self-contained special ed class into the high school setting.
That idea needed guidance to mature.
Ms. Aber made this her baby, and it blossomed from 8 to 15 kids to almost 200 kids involved.
I just felt a tug in my heart that this was something I needed to do.
That tug lassoed in the students too.
What really pulled me in was to see how many kids were interacting with special ed kids and how they were always so happy and positive about it.
When I was a sophomore, I just decided to get involved. I just felt like it would be a good fit.
And these Bulldog buddies built friendships.
The first day when we met her was, I think it was at a tailgating before a football game, and she wanted to do all the cheerleading, cheers, and all this, and I was taken back by it. I was like, wow, she's so excited about this event, and it just really blew my mind. And she always loved to talk to us and was really girly, and so we'd have girl talks, and it was just a great experience to meet her and get to know her, and we would call each other and write letters and talk about movies. It was just really nice.
To me, friendship beyond differences means that you look past disabilities and physical, mental. It doesn't matter who they are, you're their friend just because you want to be their friend, not because you feel like you need to or you have to be nice to them. You actually have a genuine friendship.
Those friendships produce some unexpected results.
What I have witnessed in the last 3 years is that the typical high school student has gained such an appreciation for their capabilities, and they're definitely learning compassion, and they're walking the talk.
It's not just the regular kid helping the special ed kid, it's special ed helping the regular kid also. Because we get so much out of it, and they do too, and it's just like you become one. It's not special ed regular, it's Bulldog buddies together.
They share experiences, common experiences, they have bad times together, they have good times together.
Experiences that now resonate throughout the school.
And I'll tell you what this says about our school. We had our homecoming queen this year was a student from the severe profound class who's nonverbal, who has cerebral palsy, special needs, was voted homecoming queen.
Katie was nominated as homecoming queen, and she wasn't seen as the special needs homecoming queen. She was homecoming queen just like anyone else.
I think that has to say a lot about the kids at this school. They start looking past the disabilities and start seeing the abilities of the kids, start seeing the things that these kids can do.
And the Bulldog buddies have helped develop or bring out that caring culture that everybody has.
No wonder Scottish author James Barrie once said, "Those who bring sunshine into the lives of others cannot keep it from themselves."
I do love the school with the Bulldog buddies. I like it so much I don't want to leave it.
I love Bulldog buddies.
Tiger Edwards, Channel 13.
With hundreds of students involved in Bulldog Buddies, this club will continue to make an impact on the students at Fontainebleau High. We'd also like to extend our congratulations to Cody Hosch, an outstanding second grader at Mandeville Elementary. His work with the homeless earned him finalist honors for this year's Superintendent Awards. As you're about to see, this special boy has a very special mission.
The first time that he started noticing homeless people, he was about 5 years old, and he would start asking questions.
Questions that obviously came from the heart.
And one gentleman really touched his heart, and he asked if we could give the gentleman money. And so I said, sure. I gave him a couple dollars. Cody stuck his hand out to give the man the money, and he grabbed the man's hand, to my surprise, wouldn't give him the money until he touched his hand and said, "God bless you, sir," and then handed the man the money.
Cody knew then that he needed to reach out further and do more.
At school, we had a picture, and we painted a picture of a float-away. And I ran off the bus and I'm like, "Mommy, Mama, I have a good idea. I can make some ornaments and pictures of this stuff, and I could sell them, and all the money I get, I could raise for the homeless."
Everyone that he came in contact with, he would tell them what he was doing about the fleur-de-lis.
It just gathered momentum from there, all the way from the kids, his friends who offered to help, and to the business people in the community who wanted to help with the expense.
As we went to collect items, we went to purchase blankets, and when they found out what we were doing with the blankets, they said, go take all the blankets off the shelf and give them to them. We want to donate them.
Donations in hand, Cody developed a plan, and along with his mom and some friends, put it into action.
We were able to make 45 backpacks filled with items such as blankets, gloves, hats, food, toiletries, a card from each kid, and in addition we had so many food donations that we could do 33 additional bags just of food to give individuals.
We just thought of the stuff that they needed to eat to keep healthy. Like we just grabbed stuff from every food group.
And actually took it down to New Orleans to the Ozanam Inn and handed it to the people personally. And his friends went with him, the friends that joined in with him. And it was just awe-inspiring.
They walked up to every person, gave them a backpack, shook their hands, listened to their story. All the kids were telling, the homeless individuals, we love you, thank you, we think about you. And one gentleman said, I really needed a bag because mine has holes in it. Another one said, I love the card, I'm going to keep it in my pocket close to my heart.
All of this courageous work from a second grader, hoping to change the world and truly showing that Cody cares.
It made me sad because we don't really have a lot of hard times in our life, but they have lots. And that just made me feel good that I helped.
The more we recognize the good that he's done, the more that comes from others.
He's an inspiration. He's seen a problem that many people just look over and just walk past, and he did something about it.
Something so important, you'll think of Patsy Cline's song, If I Could See the World Through the Eyes of a Child.
If I could see the world through the eyes of a child, what a wonderful world this would be. There'd be no trouble and no strife, just a big happy life.
Cody plans to continue his work with the homeless. More congratulations go out to our 3 Parish Students of the Year who were recognized this past school year. Betsy Bateman, Mandeville High, Erin Reed, Mandeville Junior High, and Emily Cognevich, Bonne Ecole Elementary, all stood out as the top 3 students in the district.
So we're going to have Morris the florist, and what...
Emily Cognevich is one of a kind.
No, that's absolutely correct. She is one of a kind. She blows me away with the answers she gives, with her depth of thought, with her ability to create things.
The thing that separates her is she's so positive and she's supportive of everybody.
A student appreciative of others.
She's just always wanting to honor anybody and everybody.
She has the compassion for other people. She cares about them.
She came to me when she was in 4th grade and wanted to do custodian appreciation dance.
It makes me feel good inside whenever I do that. I see someone who needs help and I just feel touched and I want to help them do something.
Caring and creative too.
I currently play 3 instruments.
She's a very creative student. It comes out in all her different work, whether it's technology products, whether it's her artistic ability.
And did I mention athletic?
The Energizers is a great jump rope team. Its motto is we keep jumping and jumping and jumping, and that's really what we try to do.
She actually is not only the team member, but she is one of the team captains.
Yet Emily has guidance from a familiar source.
I am honored to be Emily's teacher, but I am also Emily's older sister.
I think it has helped us a lot in a better relationship as sisters and as just being a student-teacher.
It's brought us closer. It's taught us how to relate to each other in a different way. And I love it. It's been an incredible experience.
An experience enhanced when Emily was named St. Tammany Parish Public Schools Elementary Student of the Year.
It was exciting to hear that I had won. I jumped out of bed and I started just jumping up and down, and I was excited.
Really, we were not surprised because, Emily is just such an awesome student.
And definitely one of a kind. Tiger Edwards, Channel 13. can communicate without saying a word.
It's just wonderful to be able to convey a feeling without words, just purely through sound.
When I watched Aaron perform with the jazz band, and that artistic side of him came out, and he's playing the piano or the keyboard or whatever he's playing, and he's just smiling, and you can tell he's just thoroughly enjoying the activity.
I have seen him as a percussionist in the band. And he leads the band too. I think it's called drum major. He's leader of the band, so he's just very confident, but always his calm self.
A confidence he brings to his academic life.
Aaron Reed is one of the finest students that I have ever come in contact with. He is motivated, he's dedicated, and he is engaged in his own learning.
If he doesn't understand something, he lets you know and asks good questions about it. And like I said, very mature as far as taking responsibility for what needs to get done gets done.
You know, I've just never stopped questioning why things are the way they are. Just to know how to do something is not enough. I gotta know why I'm doing it.
And Aaron is quick to spread his thirst for knowledge to his classmates.
Everybody wants to be in his group.
What is very pleasing to me is that he offers to help other students whenever there's a need.
But then again, young Mr. Reed has had a strong academic leaning since childhood.
Bill Nye the Science Guy was kind of, to me, how Barney was to a lot of other kids my age when I was little. I'd always watch his show when it came on.
Yet there is so much more to Aaron than his academics.
And he just is go, 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 because he's so involved in all kinds of clubs.
He does participate in the student council and all of their activities.
One of the things that makes him amazing is he's involved in so many things, and he can keep them all going.
And there are other qualities this student has that shine through.
Aaron is kind and generous, thoughtful, and friendly.
So he's really got that kind of a humble quality to him.
The other kids here at the school recognize the fact that he's a leader.
A leader who was selected St. Tammany Parish Student of the Year, and topped that by being named Louisiana 8th Grade Student of the Year.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the 8th Grade Student of the Year, Aaron Zachary Reed.
A dream Aaron Reed is more than happy to share with others.
I'm glad to have honored my school and my classmates and myself. And it's just really been an amazing experience the whole way through.
This U.S. government agency was established by Roosevelt in June 1942 and headed by Elmer Davis.
Mandeville, Bateman.
Office of War Information.
Betsy Bateman knows a lot about World War II.
Bateman.
Cartwheel.
My grandfather was a reconnaissance pilot in World War II, and he told me some of his stories of being a reconnaissance pilot before he died. And then I just kind of got really interested in what he did during the war, and then just a broader perspective of the war itself.
She got together with some other students, competed in the World War II trivia contest, quiz bowl contest. Their team, the Big Three, representing Mandeville High School, made it to the finals against Brother Martin, and they ended up competing with Brother Martin in the finals and winning that quiz bowl competition.
Competition brings out the best in Betsy.
Super conscientious, perfectionist, does not let go of anything until she totally comprehends it. Wonderful type of student to have in your class.
I'm really honored that someone said that about me. I would say that's true. I do. I strive to do the best that I can in everything that I do.
Being a perfectionist is a good thing for her future plans.
Betsy does want to have a career in the medical field. She does want to become a doctor.
Either doctor, MD doctor, or doing a doctor involved in research, solving some of the big problems. Maybe she'll solve the problem of cancer.
This past summer she did intern down in New Orleans, and she actually did research. It's been something that we don't get to see very often, a student that is able to do that type of research, but that's kind of, you know, something that's Betsy. She's about doing those kind of big things.
Doing big things like being named St. Tammany Parish Public Schools High School Student of the Year.
Mr. Bundy walked in and pulled me out of class for a second to tell me, and it was an incredible feeling. It was very exciting to hear that news. I was very shocked because the other candidates were really incredible too.
She's not just involved in one thing. She is involved in academics, but she's also involved in her music, but she's also involved in her extracurricular, and she's presidents of organizations. So she has spread herself out, but not spread herself thin. She does it all with gusto, and that's what sets her apart.
She's goal-oriented, but she is also has a very pleasing demeanor. She's friendly, she's articulate, she has outstanding character, integrity. She's also thoughtful, though. You know, her involvement with the Best Buddies Club, she really cares about other students.
A caring nature that she brings to her presidency of the Best Buddies Club.
They're different from any other friends that you'll have because they'll unconditionally love you for who you are, and you get that feeling. It's a really good feeling whenever you see them.
The same kind of feeling you get when you meet Betsy.
She wants to have a positive influence on our community, on the world around her, and that is not just in the future. She wants to do that now.
A noble outlook for this outstanding student. Tiger Edwards, Channel 13.
Let's now travel to Pineview Middle School, where school board members, administrators, teachers, family, and friends gathered to honor Franklin Owens. Owens was a dedicated teacher and administrator in St. Tammany Parish for over 37 years. On a bright spring day in May, the library at Pineview Middle School in Covington was dedicated in honor of the school's first principal, Franklin Owens. A program was held in the library where Mr. Owens' life and contributions to education were remembered. Former Principal Cynthia Russell was on hand to speak at the event.
We are gathered here this morning to pay a tribute to a former colleague and to rejoice in the bonds that we have had with him and the land of living, and a time to give thanks for the strength of the legacy we have received from whose labors rest.
Moving to Covington in 1951, Mr. Owens began his career by teaching algebra and geometry at the Rosenwald School.
He was an excellent math teacher and had a unique way of teaching the concept at hand. Not only did he expect you to master the concept at hand, but you demonstrated as well.
Several Pineview Middle School students were also involved in the celebration. Alexandra Johnston shared with those gathered the importance of naming the library after the founding principal of the school.
We recognize the contributions and dedication of Franklin Owens to our school and community by dedicating our library in his name, in his honor. In the future, the children who pass through these doors will have a glimpse of our school's history and will remember Mr. Owens, the man who helped form the foundation for excellence here at Pineview Middle School.
This foundation of excellence was forged not only by his hard work and dedication, but also by his personal touch.
He touched and inspired many lives. To some, he was a boss, and to some of you, he was your teacher, and to some, he was still a co-worker. But more than anything, he was a friend, and you were his friend. And a friend is one of the nicest things you can have, and one of the best things you could be.
Brought to the attention of the superintendent by Mr. James Davis of the Greater Covington branch of the NAACP, St. Tammany Parish Public Schools agreed that it was important to honor Mr. Owens for his contributions to the community.
I've met with him and dealt with him after his retirement and before his retirement, and the respect that I had for him. I'm just so proud of this memorial they're doing here at the library. You couldn't find a better way to honor a man for the education he did in this community.
After numerous tributes to Mr. Owens, guests gathered around the entrance to the library where a plaque was unveiled by Mr. Owens' niece and his great-niece.
3, 2, 1.
Participants were then encouraged to take part in interviews about Mr. Owens. Recorded by Covington High students and interviewed by Pineview Middle students, guests told stories and shared memories of their experiences with Mr. Owens. These oral histories will be preserved and archived for future generations.
What are your fondest memories of Mr. Owens?
Reflecting on the career of her uncle, Veronica Fabre expressed her family's gratitude for providing a way to honor the accomplishments of her uncle.
Well, it's something that we always, you think about it and you want it for somebody like my uncle. He was, like I said, an extraordinary educator. And you just, hope that it would happen one day. So he would really appreciate this. I wish he was here to see it. He would really enjoy it.
The library is the heart of each school in our district, and we know that the Franklin Owens Library will be a major center of learning at Pineview Middle School for generations to come. From Pineview Middle, we go to Riverside Elementary, where Channel 13's Rhett Sharp caught up with Fox 8 meteorologist Dawn Brown, who stopped by to talk to the students.
The water temperatures out in the Gulf of Mexico and in Lake Pontchartrain.
It was partly cloudy with a chance of learning about the weather when Fox 8's Dawn Brown stopped by Riverside Elementary recently to talk to the kids, answer questions, and pull off an experiment or two.
Basically, I try and make sure the kids are aware of what to do if there's a tornado watch and a tornado warning, and kind of discuss with them sort of what we do as meteorologists. In Southeast Louisiana, because we do have so much severe weather, we have severe thunderstorms, lightning is a huge concern, thunders, flash flooding. I think the kids here have to grow up with an awareness of what to do when there's severe weather.
Along with answering questions, Dawn brought a few weather tricks that allowed for some hands-on fun.
When I come and talk to the kids, I start talking about computer models and forecasting and what we do on TV, and it's just they start stretching and yawning. So I try and do some sort of an experiment to kind of have them bring them into that wow factor. Is everybody ready? And we made a cloud in a bottle, which basically we just heat up air, we cool it down rapidly, and it forms a cloud.
And a lot like the cool air forming the cloud, all this cool information about the weather formed ideas and questions for these Riverside students and their teachers.
We cover everything in weather as far as the water cycle all the way up to hurricane preparedness. And for them to have an expert come on in and be able to ask questions and actually see what she does every day, I think it's extremely important to the kids.
I just love it that I can actually keep them engaged for about an hour. I mean, kids are so fascinated with weather.
Dawn Brown, my weather lady, has the final word on meteorology.
Meteorology is the fascination with weather.
It's wonderful to see them excited about learning something, and hopefully they'll take this and they'll always remember it.
Rhett Sharp, Channel 13.
If you would like to learn more about Dawn Brown, you can go to her website at myweatherlady.com. It was mission accomplished for 3 of the district's teachers who participated in the year-long MEF2 NASA Fellows program that began in an intensive 2-week internship at the Michoud Assembly Facility in New Orleans last summer and culminated in a final briefing. Channel 13 was there to cover the story. The goal of the program is to encourage teachers to encourage students to consider careers in science, technology, engineering, and math. These disciplines are embedded in the NASA Fellows program.
We got to see the chemistry labs, we got to see the physical labs where they actually stress test the joints and everything. We had classroom time, I will say, where we got to learn new techniques for doing experiments, new ways of teaching things to our students.
Another component of the program involved interviewing Michoud employees to find out what skills and disciplines they've studied have helped them in their jobs at Michoud. Teachers worked with Channel 13 to produce the videos which were shown to their students back in the classrooms.
I chose a young lady, Erin Bowman, who's a senior chemist at Michoud. I chose Erin for several reasons. She's works with the foam that's used for the external fuel tank, and we actually do an activity with our students with the foam.
Students seeing the real-world application of math and science in the workplace is a key element to the program, one that will hopefully get the students thinking about a career in science and technology.
Well, what we'd like to see happening in the classroom is that the teachers are taking the experiences that they've had here at Michoud and actually putting them into activities in the classroom. Those activities can take many different forms.
I brought back the experiences, but also I had them investigate into what was going on. Every time I'd bring it up, they would go out on their own.
It is precisely this real-world application that got former NASA astronaut Jan Davis interested in science and engineering.
My teachers in high school and junior high were greatly influential in making science and math very interesting for me and something that I really enjoyed, and that's why I became an engineer.
Dr. Jan Davis visited the classrooms of the teachers involved in the program.
Well, I just love talking to students because you never know when you can inspire them to maybe think about working the space program in the future, but even if they don't want to do that, let them know how much fun math and science can be.
The culmination of the course was a final briefing presented at the Michoud facility.
This is the day that the teachers come together and present their portfolios that they've completed during the graduate course that they participate in during the year, and they're sharing. It's a celebration. They're sharing what took place in their classrooms and how this all impacted their students.
The presentation that I'll be doing today is basically to kind of sum up a whole year's worth of experience in 10 minutes, which is difficult for anybody to do. But more, I guess, it would be to introduce the idea that we're gapping two generations here. We're going from the Apollo Gemini group, which I'm in, to those kids that want to go to Mars, that want to see if there's life on another planet, to want to see what's out there beyond Pluto.
It was a full year of learning and exploring for both teachers and students. It was also another full year of getting St. Tammany Parish Public School students excited about math and science.
I would argue that the major impact upon the students is that they now realize that physics and chemistry and physical science is not something that just limited to the textbook. It's limited to their lives around them. It's limited to what the NASA is doing.
I think the things that are going on currently are most important and will spark the students' interest in science. And also, with all the changes that are going on, that I want students to be interested in science and realize what science is part of their lives every single day and everything that they do. This internship program is the result of collaboration among St. Tammany Parish Schools, LSU Louisiana Space Consortium, and NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center Michoud Assembly Facility. The program encourages educators to communicate the information, experiences, and lessons learned to their students during the school year. We would now like to offer congratulations and a fond farewell to John Kuzan, Supervisor of Administration and veteran educator. John Kuzan is retiring after over 34 years in education, with 30 of those years right here in St. Tammany Parish. This former Marine became an industrial arts teacher in Houston before returning home to work at Slidell Junior High. Mr. Kuzan worked at several high schools in the parish before becoming assistant principal at Fontainebleau High. He shared with us the rewards he found in teaching.
I think it's an outstanding field. It's very rewarding. It allows a person to be fulfilled. You know, you're helping young people become the best they can be, and certainly anytime you can do that, that's reward enough.
Kuzan moved to central office in 2004 when he became a supervisor of administration. In that position, he was an integral part of the central office staff.
You give him a job to do, he's going to take care of it for you. And in my position, that's a good feeling when you have people like that working for you.
It's also rewarding to be able to get out there and work with kids from this level. Although my contact with kids aren't as much as it was when I was in the school, I still get to deal with kids on a weekly basis, if not on a daily basis.
He keeps his cool, really even-tempered, voice of reasoning on things. And I think it's from all of his years of experience and things that he's done.
Yet he has not been alone on his journey in education. His wife Linda, an assistant principal at Mandeville High School, is retiring as well, having spent 32 years in our system. Together they look forward to spending time together and with their family.
We're planning on a couple of trips. We'd like to do traveling as much as that expense account will allow us to. You know, we've got grandkids, so that's going to be a big part of our lives as well.
Kuzan says that each position he has held in education was rewarding, but the most rewarding was helping children. We wish him and his wife a happy and fulfilling retirement. We also wish a wonderful retirement to Sylvia Dunn, Supervisor of Food Services for our school district. Joining the central office staff in 1982, she established herself as an innovator. Dunn brought national recognition to the school system's food service program. Cypress Cove Elementary won the USDA Healthier Food Challenge Gold Award in 2005. The entire district was recognized the following year for this prestigious gold award. The St. Tammany Parish Public School System thanks Mrs. Dunn for her many years of dedication and service to the children of our schools. And finally, a very special and heartfelt congratulations to Gayle Sloan, who retired recently as a district superintendent. She became St. Tammany's first female superintendent in 2003. She leaves behind a legacy of strong leadership, dedication to children, close community connections, and a vision of educational excellence for the school district. An alumnus of St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, Gayle Sloan rose through the ranks to become superintendent in 2003. The overriding theme for her career has always been, is it best for kids?
Most of us in education are not in it for the money. We're in it for feeling that we're part of something bigger than ourselves and that we are making a difference in the lives of children. And that's what's so rewarding and satisfying about this work we do.
Gayle Sloan loves children, and it has been seen in any and every position that she's had.
And she wants to make their experience in school valuable and joyful. So she's done everything in her career to make that happen, to make learning come alive for everyone.
Sloan knows all too well that this is not a job we can do alone. She recognized the need to join forces with parents and community stakeholders in the pursuit of educational excellence.
There aren't, many school districts anywhere in this country that can say that every one of their schools is a PTA.
It's been a great ride for me in the union leadership, because we didn't have a fear of going to her to give her ideas that we thought would make our lives better as employees, because her door was always open.
She wants the community support, and she's gone after that, and she's developed that. And when she goes to any meeting, she promotes St. Tammany Parish Schools, whether it be in-state or out-of-state, and we're known nationally, because of some of the things that Gayle has done.
Part of being a great leader is the ability to stay the course through adversity. It was her peerless leadership following Hurricane Katrina that was instrumental in the reopening of schools only 1 month later.
Her focus was always about the children. How are we going to get the kids back so that everything is back in place for them? And in doing that, that brought the community back. People had trust that yes, their children were going to be okay. Schools were going to be back up and running, and so the community came back. That was an incredible gift, and she did that.
We never really prepared to know what we're going to be dealt in life, and she performed unbelievably during that crisis. I know when she and I met, and I knew, as she did, the schools were the lifeblood for getting our community back together.
But it is not only Gayle Sloan's leadership that made our schools so strong, it's also her ability to recognize and support new leaders to carry on the mission and vision of the school system.
I think you would find our school level administrators saying that they have learned so much, or they have accomplished so much more than they thought they would be able to. They have risen to the level of expectations, and that to me is a key part of my philosophy, and has been since I've been in the classroom and in every position I've had. People will rise to the level of expectations.
Sometimes it's more an encouragement, it's a push to step out there because she believes in you and she believes that you can do it. Then you go out there and do it, and then, man, you believe in yourself, and you say, well, next time around, I've got the confidence to do this myself.
That's what good leaders do. They remind people again and again and again in personal, persuasive ways why we're here, what we're doing, and how we stay on track together.
And it is Sloan's keen vision that has made St. Tammany Parish Public Schools a powerhouse in education.
She knows where she wants to go, and she knows how to get there. And she knows how to bring people with her, working side by side with her to get the job. Everybody at their own pace, everybody with the talents they bring to the table, but everybody as a group working together to get where we need to be.
It's not just at the central office. You can truly see it's throughout our schools
and within our community. And I think that just sets her apart from any other leader.
Gayle Sloan leaves an indelible mark on the St. Tammany Parish Public Schools. She worked tirelessly to guide the district on its journey from good to great. Her legacy will live on in the St. Tammany Parish Public School System. Mrs. Sloan's retirement will be short-lived as she begins her new job working with the Louisiana Department of Education. This concludes our show today, but first we would like to acknowledge the staff here at Channel 13 who recently were honored for their outstanding work. Channel 13 received a Telly Award for Becoming Ashley Again, a video produced for last year's Teen Focus on Safe Driving Forum. Channel 13 also won 2 first-place awards at the Press Club of New Orleans for a video produced for the dedication of Preservation Plaza, the memorial built for honoring former employees of the school district. Becoming Ashley Again also won an honorable mention at the awards. This was the 3rd year that the Channel 13 staff took home first-place honors for their work. Thanks for watching this edition of Chalk Talk. For information about our broadcast schedule, to watch Channel 13 on the internet, or to view or download our shows on video on demand, please go to our school system website at stpsb.org and follow the link to Channel 13. Join us now for the Sights and Sounds at New Teacher Induction held recently at the Treen Instructional Technology Center, where we welcomed into our family of educators the new teachers hired for the upcoming school year.